that felt really good to me from the DogChamp side, but Night Stalker is kind of a counter to this because it's going to allow them to get to the back line and make it harder for Bloody 9 to cast his spells effectively. Lane-wise, sometimes the hero can have issues, but Quincy should be alright, I think, at getting him an advantage and then playing correctly in the nighttime while buying space for UR.
This is a pretty high-level techies coming out here.
That is true. But keep in mind that was old techies.
True.
Most of that work was done with old techies. He'll have lots of experience casting his blast off, most likely, is what we're gonna see.
I remember what was that? That was B-God, right? He soloed a Dragon Knight using his techies.
He played really, really well for sure.
He did, and like the guys are saying, it's just an ungodly amount of damage, especially when you consider as well, once you pick up that shard, right? The shard seems like it's very strong. It gives you the additional, 300, I think, cast range, and then the 1.75 second stun on top of it. It just seems so good.
It's really good, and the AoE damage that you have at basically all stages of the game is also really solid. Silence against Jakiro, against Rubik is great. Silence against some of the other heroes can be good too. So as long as their pressure lane goes well, and it should, because Sand King plus Techies is quite good. It's also very mobile. Like once they get aggressive on somebody in the lane, Sand King's going to Burrow Strike forward. Techies can follow it up very easily, and they can usually chase their opponent and get a lot of right clicks in. So we actually really liked seeing this lane when the cut played it the other day. And Techies Sand King is actually a classic even before that as well. So it makes a lot of sense that they're going for it.
Is Blast Off too powerful? Does it do too many things when you get the shard as well?
I mean, that shard is a lot of money to put into it to make it a stun. But does it do too many things? I would say no. They've nerfed the damage a decent amount. The cooldown's still pretty high. The self damage is not nearly as bad. But yeah, it's a fun skill. I like it. I like where Techies is right now. I think he's strong. Maybe not like a first pick material, but I definitely like how teams are throwing him in at times. It seems fair.
We will truly be in the darkest timeline when Techies becomes the first pick, first ban material.
He's different. You know, he's not nearly as obnoxious to play against. Like, he can do some mind control with proximity mines, but if you're farther away from the explosion, it does way less damage, so you don't have to worry as much. It decreases up to 50% on the edge. So these mines only doing half damage, like, at max range, and you can't stack them heavily, that's not a big deal. But keep in mind, like, old mines did, like, what, 800 magic damage if they blew up in you at all. Level 3 proxy mines, if they do half damage, it's just under 400. Like, that's not a huge deal.
That's true. I know some people, though, that would argue that Techies is more annoying now because of the way that he's able to play with his team.
You mean he can play like a real hero now instead of not being a real hero? Yeah.
I don't think he wasn't a real hero. I just think he was playing a mini-game half the time, and it made it very, very difficult for your team to do much of anything.
A non-standard mini-game, for sure.
There we go.
Compared to most heroes. And now he's just bombing them. Shoot him with his little rocket launcher. So far going okay.
It's just very good at harassing now on this laning phase. It's going to allow Lukey to get up close and personal with the creeps.
And also importantly, he's got 300 attack range over Jakiro. Jakiro's like a medium-ranged support hero. Techies is faster. He has more armor. He's got less damage, but he's able to plink away pretty consistently, which has been good so far.
Yeah, he's always had like one of the biggest like attack ranges, hasn't he? Like early on.
He does. But his base damage used to be much worse. It was like 35, so it didn't hurt as bad for Techies to shoot bananas at you. But now it hurts a little bit more. He can shoot bananas.
I haven't seen him shoot bananas. Is he shooting bananas?
It is the elephant.
The elephant one shoots bananas.
Shoots bananas. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Clearly, you're not a Techies player.
I am not. I am not a terrible human being.
Hey, that's over. That's all over. You can't say that anymore. You could be a Techies player. He's a really fun hero, genuinely.
No, he definitely seems like he's worthwhile taking a good look at.
And then banning him.
Yeah. You know, I was talking to Nuff the other day. I was like, yo, dude, we should totally play Coddle Techies lane. He was doing the math. He's like, oh, that's so much damage. That sounds great. But then he had to go do something, so we didn't get to do our reign of terror. Not yet. Soon. But yeah, so this bottom lane, it's going to be important that Kazu gets, you know, these levels, gets this farm as well, because he does seem like a pretty big part of their plans here for Quincy Crew.
It is pretty important. One upside is that Oracle is maybe not the best hero at harassing until he gets like level 3. So as long as Milan kind of trades him out a little bit here, doing a good job. But the second that they decide to go Milan, they walk forward together. Stonebank definitely on the same page as Bloody 9. But yeah, Oracle can have some harassment issues at times, so it's possible that Kezu's going to be pretty fine till first night. Quinn doing a great job in the mid lane, though. We did see him play Pangolier in their last match, and he struggled a decent amount. Like, he had some good moments, certainly, but he felt a little bit off, so hopefully he's having a stronger Pango game today.
What was he against in that game? I want to say it was like an Ember or something, no?
I think an Ember. That was the series where he played Ember against the Lone Druid, I believe, and then.
Oh, that was okay.
And then the later game played Pango.
Ooh, sticky bomb with the slow has popped that fairy fire. I think he's gonna back off a little bit. Doesn't want to take too much damage here from UR. Doesn't have that melt strike, luckily, but he's pretty fast. He's got a decent amount of right click. All right, they'll back off. Pop a salve over onto Lukey, get him back into lane. Good as new. Bloody 9 though is gonna get harassed pretty heavily here, so he's got to dive underneath his own tower, hide away.
Definitely got a pressure, but still got lots of regen. Stonebank at 12 last hits. Kezu's sitting 14 and 3, so everything's going pretty fine for Quincy Crew's side, I would say. Double bracer up on Night Stalker. It's giving him a beautiful 8.5 regen per second. That part is really solid, because Wraith King's not exactly that much of a harasser typically right now. It's more of like a secure last hits, once in a while go for a kill, but considering Night Stalker's armor is good, Stonebank actually might be in trouble here.
Oh, but they have the telekinesis, they drop him back.
Stayed way too far forward there in that case.
A little surprised at that.
Yeah, I think he just was a little overconfident in his ability to survive, but Oracle's defensive skills at this point in the game are not that solid, and they committed to him. Double nukes, a lot of right clicks, and yes, this is a problem for the Wraith King if this keeps happening.
Top lane just continuing to trade back and forth, and I haven't really looked into too much the mid lane. Don't think we're going to be seeing anything too wild just yet until we get those level 6s online.
Yep, that's exactly right. Once Pango hits 6, the Rolling Thunder kill is definitely possible, especially with support rotations. So that's something he's going to have to worry about, maybe. But yeah, Stonebank can be a little vulnerable in this lane at least until he gets his Helm of Iron Will. Then his chance of surviving much higher. But you cannot get too out of position on this hero or you're going to get punished. Top lane, you are 21 and 7. Lukey a little behind at 14, but he'll pick up 4 last hits here probably, so they're pretty close. And once again, Oracle just trading a lot of hits with Milan, who picked up a range drop. Wants to just continuously trade with Bloody 9 if possible. So just lots of creep in. But almost first nighttime coming up here. Kezu does not pick up boots yet, but he does have a chainmail, so now he's got regen and tons of armor advantage over Stonebank. Good trade here. Stonebank might be pressured.
He's got the Skelly boys. We'll get the root off over onto Kezu, but again, Stonebank just wanting to really focus up, hit creeps, not looking. Oh, and that's the. All right, that's the rotation here. They get the kill on Pawn though.
Yep, and he gets the bottled bounty rune as well.
Yeah. And here we go. First nighttime. Immediately just trying to control Kezu. Bloody 9 though, he's going to be the sacrifice.
Yep. And this is exactly why Kezu ran at the Wraith King shortly before it, because if he waits till nighttime and then goes on him, he starts at full HP. But instead, if he beats him up a little bit, lowers his HP by 25% or so, it makes the follow-up kill easier.
Be careful, they have plenty of sentry wards in this lane, so Lukey not going to be able to just take a bath, really, in the sandstorm safely.
Love those sand baths. What about you?
Sand baths, I mean, they make you very soft, right? The exfoliation.
Oh, true. Is that what you call it? Sandpaper baths. Same.
Sandpaper bath sounds
Love
awful.
the exfoliation on those.
No. Stonebank is trying to run away. Cannot do it fast enough, though.
Man, they're actually getting so much out of this Night Stalker pick. Not only do they have a nice Oracle counter, they're actually abusing the laning stage really well. Again, armor advantage, double bracer gives him decent regen, and it hits this nice timing where Wraith King's like slowly scraping the ground for a Helm of Iron Will. Once he gets Helm of Iron Will, he's happy, but before that moment, Kezu got some nice advantage, and now 2 kills puts Quincy Crew at a great spot with this hero pick. So Quincy's got to be really happy with what they got going for him right now.
Are you surprised at all that they didn't try to like rotate or play a bit more safely during the nighttime? Because you imagine that this is what's going to happen when
but it's not really a nighttime thing. It's that Stonebank messed up and stayed a little too far on the creep wave earlier. It's that Oracle is not the best at trading. Rubik's decent in the lane right now.
Right.
So I think Milan did a good job. I think Kezu did a good job, and the second death has now hurt Stonebank quite a lot.
Well, he's gone off to the jungle, and will be getting his net worth that way for the time being.
It's not even that fast, because keep in mind his first item was Helm of Iron Will. It's armor and regen. That's an item that's going to benefit you more in a creep wave. If he had bought damage items, I'd feel better about him jungling, to be honest. But tough for him. This will probably be some damage item. It's going to be a Gloves of Haste. That'll help a lot for his jungling.
Bloody 9. Gonna try to throw some nukes out over here onto Milan. Wants to make sure that he can secure up the jungle. Top lane, look at a little bit of a ward off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Game moving a little bit slower than the previous.
Kezu's beating up this tower though. Phase Boots is up. The fact that they're being able to kill this without rotating or Night Stalker ulti is going to be huge if they can get it.
Yeah,
but
let's send Lukey down. They do have the Rolling Thunder available over on the... oh, Bloody 9. Oof. This is not looking good for him. He's looking very, very dead.
he is.
Kezu is just starting to snowball here.
Really nice that Milan had this ward down as well, because it means that they get to spot him without Kezu being nearby. Like, obviously they're going to play as according to where Night Stalker's likely vision is, but in this case, still able to profit from that kill and make it happen without too much difficulty.
Loki giving a couple taps over here to the Rubik. Does have the epicenter if he wants to go for it, but he's going to hold on to it for now. Doesn't seem like the right place, right time.
This feels tough here for DogChamp now. They just got a little bit too outlaned in the safe lane. Bloody 9 died twice. Wraith King died twice. Stonebank is jungling. If I check his overall net worth, it is not the worst, but it's not great. Kezu's at 4K net worth. Wraith King at 2930 right now. So perfect game for Kezu so far.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's going to die here probably.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to die.
Yeah. Yep. You're right. Yep.
Yep.
Very dead. The old triple nuke.
Guten bye-bye.
3 points dual breath. Milan's got only 2 points in Fadebolt, but Kezu is level 8, and here's a rotation for a tower. This is going to help offset all the good things Quincy Crew's accomplished in their safe lane.
You have your ward nearby, near the Rolling Thunder. Quinn wanting to punish them. Go. They'll drop the traps. Sticky Bomb does get dropped. We'll slow down your just a little bit, but Spirit Siphon's not going to be... well, it turns back around. They could make this work as they jump forward with that Silence. It's enough damage. Will take down Quinn. A little bit more. The Crypt Swarm connecting. Bloody 9 is here. And he's going to heal up this Death Prophet.
Huge. I mean, this is a very common combo. The Oracle plus Death Prophet is so strong. Very commonly used by Team Liquid historically in the last few years, because very good with Leshrac pairing as well to these int spellcasters that need some survivability to be powerful, and Oracle paired with them is just great. With that said, it just wasn't enough damage there to kill the Death Prophet. If they were closer to a wall, we would see a bunch more bounces, but Quinn has to go really wide and come back in. He went for a little jump here, maybe should have gone for one more come around or something, but ultimately great turn there. Yarn barely catches him with the damage. He even pops a wand on Quinn, but it's just too much damage.
That nuke too coming out from Bloody 9 off screen.
That's really true. Yeah, that was a good catch too. And in the meantime, this bought a lot of time for DogChamp. Lukey has defended the safe lane. They're going to try to kill him.
They have dust though. Starts channeling up the epicenter, but
does finish it.
Yeah, they haven't finished him off quite yet, and this is going to force them back. They're both sitting very low.
Yeah, that was really close. That ice path, just a moment too late, unfortunately.
Okay, he pays for that one, but...
I think you're cool with that, actually, because it does give you more experience. Experience on techies is quite good. Get more levels of your ulti, max out your other skills faster. Milan getting a little steal here.
Yeah, gets a Purifying Flames. It's a nice nuke, but you have to have enough damage to finish off. Over in the mid lane, though. See that Stonebank just gonna try to fight Quinn here. The boots of travel are online for the Death Prophet.
Okay, very good. Doesn't have to go as much survivability because of the Oracle cover. Who does have 6 now?
Stack.
That is pretty good. I mean, makes sense, right? They won the lane. Wraith King left the lane at level 3, so might as well just keep stacking the damn thing because it's not like they're going to contest it.
Right. Getting very close to this Blink Dagger again for Lukey. He made some excellent time last game.
He did, yeah. And he's got a lot of damage over time, which will be nice against the Templar Assassin. Attack speed reduction is great too. Definitely an undervalued aspect of Epicenter. But I do talk about attack speed reduction a lot. It's good.
It is indeed. All right.
Almost Veil on techies. Big steal.
Okay, all right. That's pretty nice. Rolling Thunder thinking about it from Quinn. No, there's a Wraithfire Blast. Couple slaps in.
That was nice.
Quinn's already out, though.
Great little poke there. I was thinking about ulting in case more people backed him up, but getting a kill without committing the Rolling Thunder is perfect because now Wraith King is like, oh god, I don't want to get spotted by anybody. for 3 minutes he's vulnerable to a gank, like that's really terrifying. So the fact that he gets the kill and gets out without
Oh, look, they're
gold,
smoked up too. They realize, yeah, we popped that reincarnation.
they're like, he's still there. We know where he's going to be. Ponlo's going to approach from the right. Quinn gets vision, and oh, it's going to be a little bit too late. He's going to walk
It's already
on.
out. They don't know. They don't have the ward. Okay, that is... They might just go for a dive underneath this tower, though. Yeah, Quinn, the roll. Coming on forward, will connect, followed up with the Macropire with the Ice Path. That's a lot of damage. Lukey, though, to follow up with the Burrow Strike. Stonebank, he needs assistance, though, and he needs assistance fast. He's going to try to armlet toggle. They take down Ponlo, takes the epicenter. Those bombs coming in handy. Quinn, he's sitting so low. This Techies is sitting even further. Oh, no, Stonebank, he will fall. They'll follow up. They'll try to make Quinn pay for this. They'll eventually do it, but they'll end up losing the Techies and the Wraith King in the process.
It looks so good when Wraith King armlet toggles initially, but Quinn got the shield crash off. He had 54% damage reduction, so he's taken almost nothing in that fight to the death there. It's just why he was able to kill Techies and then clean up the Wraith King afterwards before he falls. So great moment.
Turn their attention over to Kazu. It's a lot of damage being put over onto the Oracle. That is a way to get rid of him, as you have the Meld Strike applied over to Ray Lalisa. And that's a double kill now for the Night Stalker.
I love that Night Stalker walked into melee range in daytime, was like, sup dudes, and then he goes crazy. Like, it's like a terror moment. They turn behind themselves and they're like, oh my god, he's so far, he's got an Echo Saber, and he just shredded them in that engagement. Great silence, melee range, right-clicking him down. Very fast Echo Saber. He's almost surely going to go the normal build, BKB after. Well, we'll see. Yeah, Stonebank again just being pressured. His net worth is still pretty rough, but it's not the end of the world. He can catch up. He's just going to need to get some kills in the next couple fights, I think.
We've got that Veil of Discord completed now for Techies. Ray Lalisa popping that Exorcism pretty quickly here. They want to take this mid tower. They want to make sure that they can secure this Roche area. Teleports are coming in, though. Quinn teleporting nearby. You are already into place. Ponlo looking for this opening. Ray Lalisa has to be careful. Again, they do have Bloody 9. He's going to be able to provide the backup. Trying to keep alive, but over on the side, Lukey going a bit far, so he does get bursted down. This tower is sitting so low. Ice Path will connect, though, over on the Yarn. He throws out a sticky bomb. Has the heals coming out from Bloody 9. It's going to be a deny over on the tower.
All right, not too bad. Get one kill. Catching Lukey was huge. Kind of reminds me of the previous game as well. Lukey often, last game he got caught trying to defend the mid tower. Some of those positions are really important because if he doesn't get caught so out of position, you know, they can turn and take a team fight maybe, but a little hard against Rolling Thunder no matter what. But they, you know, it was daytime. They didn't have Night Stalker ulti. That was a decent moment for DogChamp, but the fact that Quincy was able to defend, get a kill, and get the tower deny was a pretty big win for them. So now they're up 4K gold advantage. Yep, Night Stalker is going to go for an Ags. He's only, BKB. He's only about 1,200 away from that. He'll disassemble his Echo. That'll give them a really good timing in the next 5 minutes or so, assuming he finishes it then, which he should. Milan's got a lot of levels as well. Level 9 on him at the moment. So that's quite good. Yawar's net worth is still at the top, so just everything coming up Quincy crew right now. They're going to hit a monster timing in the next couple minutes. Deso, BKB on Night Stalker. Everyone else has levels. They're going to be ready to fight. And Diffusal Blade on Pengo should be on the way, it looks like. About to be delivered. So Mana Burn as well. Very good against all these heroes. Excellent against Oracle. Against Sand King. Against Wraith King. Techies, sure, why not? Death Prophet, sure, why not? A lot of physical damage.
I think the next targets for Quincy crew are going to be to try to solidify this area near the Roshan pit, so that way they can take advantage of that Desolator as well for the TA. But
yeah, that would work. Win a team fight, take Roche. Certainly a pretty normal thing, especially with this much advantage. Or get nighttime, get vision control, easily take Roche because your opponents can't fight into you at that point. It's too hard. Because they're going to have to deal with the Night Stalker having perfect vision. I mean, everyone's like worried about that Harpy Stormcrafter right now. Screw the screw the Harpy Scout. You got a Night Stalker, dude. It's the same thing with your ulti.
It's a lot scarier too.
Yes.
So keep channeling up the epicenter. Doesn't quite finish close the gap over onto Ponlo. Give a little tip out there.
He wanted the free kill, but Ponlo sensing danger.
There's a Diffusal Blade online too for Quinn, so they have to be very careful. A little bit of dewarding over here on the side. And the Desolator's completed. No Burrow Strike just yet for Lukey. Turn around, has a Sandstorm. They've got the Bloody 9 coming in. Get the nuke off, but okay, there it is. The Heal coming out. Bloody Knight most likely going to die for this. Might be able to get Lukey out, though. As it turned back around, big melt strike. And Lukey will survive thanks to his teammate.
Oh, nice. I thought he was going to die for sure. Quinn did the right thing and went for the backline, certainly, but he thought Kezu could clean up the Sand King, but got hit with a lot of... he had magic immunity. Oh, he gets spotted here. No dust, though. No dust, though, is what I said, not no deso.
I understand.
Sand King doesn't have a deso. Gank him.
Yeah, but look at this. Look at Ponlo. It's like, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Kezu flying above the trees and bringing some vengeance.
I think that kill was probably worth it. It could hurt them in this potential Roche thing that they want to do right now, but...
It's a nice pick off here.
That's some burst. And he steals Sticky Bomb. Really good skill to have, because he's got 200 cast range right now from Arcane Supremacy, plus the Spell Amp. I mean, this thing is going to do a lot of damage. 439 magic damage from Sticky Bomb. Like, he's got crazy nuke right now. It's like 800.
Anything you can do, I can do better as Rubik, as they just obliterate Bloody Nine.
Yep. As expected.
It's a really solid pick with the Night Stalker, honestly.
Yeah, it's really won them the game so far. The way that they laned it was really crucial, and you can mess up that lane, but they did not. They did well. They forced Wraith King back to jungling, and now it's just the perfect tier for this mid-game pressure.
Top tower is under attack.
Yarn.
They do not have a ward there.
Lalisa getting off the Spirit's Life and over onto Ponlo, sidestepping that ice path. We'll go for the Exorcism play. Be able to easily remove Ponlo, and they'll make their way into the pit. Of course, they do have a trap in there, so they know exactly what's going on. The question is, do they try to contest it?
Looks like they're coming.
They're looking for the Rolling Thunder, I'm guessing. They'll throw out that Swashbuckle.
Throw the Sticky Bomb.
Sticky Bomb! Slows him down a little bit here. That works a little
Oracle's
weird.
out of position.
And he is indeed out of position. They should be able to blow him up. No, okay, he's going to try to buy himself some more time. Ends up using his ultimate on himself. So they'll lose Lukey. They'll lose Zarin as well. Wraith King coming back up against Stonebank, and they are separated. So Bloody Knight does fall, but Yawar is left over here on his own island. And
Yawar's alive.
Farm off. Yeah, they'll turn back around, and the Dire getting the kill on that Roche Mollis.
That's a really big mistake from Bloody Nine, though. You cannot be there. Like, they're looking for an opening, and it's like, there's the Oracle on the top of the Roche pit. He needed to be to the southwest. I think he went over there to put a ward down is what happened, and then he played to the right a little bit because he was following in, I don't remember what hero it was, but then all of a sudden, it's like, he's completely out of position. I think it was Techies that approached, then retreated. So Bloody Nine made a huge mistake. You cannot give them that easy go. They almost got Templar Assassin in the exchange, but yeah, see, Yarn moves forward, Bloody Nine puts a ward down, starts moving the right for the sentry, but man, he made a huge mistake approaching. He gets spotted immediately. They should be fighting into Wraith King and Death Prophet. He sits behind and saves those heroes. He does buy himself some time here, but he's definitely going to get cleaned up by Kezu on the retreat. And in the meantime, Techies tries to slow things down. They put everything onto TA. TA magically survives, getting off refraction when they finally run out of damage.
But the Swashbuckle saved Yawar there.
Yeah, I mean, man, 5-man cleanup. They got Aegis as well, and Roche. Oh, catastrophic for DogChamp.
13k net worth lead at about 19 minutes in. It's a very different story this time around. It's Quincy feeling very powerful. They picked up the Blink Dagger on the Pangolier. DogChamp a bit on the back foot.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Look at Keza, he's ready to go again. Hello, Bloody Nine. Goodbye, Bloody Nine. And the Rolling Thunder, they're thinking about it. The chase after Lalisa. Let's roll up over the top, find themselves a Death Prophet. The BKB gets popped over on Kezu, and they're just going to murder themselves a Prophet as they end up losing Yarn as well.
Nicely done. I mean, Kezu might as well do this. He's got Aegis for 3 minutes. He buys Shard as well. That's what he spent his money on. And now he's going to eat creeps. 35% max health restore, 25% mana. This basically allows him to stay on the map constantly. That's it.
Another disarm over on Stonebank as he closing the gap.
It's pretty low mana.
Nuke. Yeah, he's not looking very good right now.
Yeah, it's better that he doesn't wand there, because even if it heals you enough and you get the ulti off, you don't care. You're not going to get
They're
saved.
just dropping like flies all over the map.
And this is what happens sometimes when you lose lanes. This is very similar to what EG did earlier today. It's like once you get a gold advantage, they destroy the game. They spread out efficiently like this and do these like 2-man hit squads, and your heroes are just dying everywhere. And you can't stop it fast enough because they're out reading you. They're reading the game faster than you are. So, very difficult game now. But smart of Kezu to go Shard to get those heals. And the rest of the heroes just picking off all of their vulnerable enemies. Yarn trying to grab Ponlo here. He ends up dodging it. Grabs a Macaron too. This looks pretty good.
It's a lot of damage. He's just burning down. Is Quinn following up? Make sure that they can collect over on the techies. Actually, it's going to be the Quiff Storm coming out from Milan that he manages to steal. And now they are hunting Bloody 9, and he is bloody dead.
Milan just here to steal more spells. 6-0 and 10 on him.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Most deaths on Ponlo, 5 deaths on him. Understandably, he's got to make some space for his teammates, but...
The vision, turn back around, he's gonna get... Oh, no, he does end up getting Ponlo, but Luki
Ponlo's
will
happy
fall.
to die. So worth it in this case. Take him off the map. Doesn't matter. No chance the DogChamp can fight without Epicenter Kaida combos, and he burns it in that fight too. Gets the kill, but not so great if the rest of the map is still being controlled by Quincy.
See some of those deaths.
Radiant's top tower.
In fact,
is under attack.
Kezu's actually farming with this Hunter than anything. He's actually just eating neutral creeps and stuff too. It's pretty cool. You can't target Ancients during daytime.
Milan, he's just too fast here. Does eventually get rooted, but they're not going to chase after him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
No nighttime for 3 minutes. He's got ulti though if he wants to use it. They look like they're going to collapse. They got vision here.
Yeah, Quinn is already rolling on through.
Found him.
Manages to land over onto 3. He's got the roll up. Kezu takes out the techies first. That taser doesn't mean anything as they pop the BKBs over on Ray Lalisa, but they're chasing down this Oracle. They know that he is very important to their plans as he starts going into the base here, but he'll turn back around as Quinn takes out Luki.
This is actually a really good Jakiro support game because he's got the perfect frontliners. Night Stalker and the Rolling Thunder from Pangolier gives him the easiest follow-up disables. And it actually makes the hero so much stronger. You want to be this like ranged spell-casting turret kind of guy in the back. So his allies get to be aggressive, and he just does this follow-up stun every 9 seconds for 2.5 seconds. And it just allows Quinn to stand there auto-attacking a scary Sand King and just completely safe. So they just get kill after kill.
Definitely have the momentum in their favor on the side of Quincy crew. DogChamp struggling to move out amongst their map, trying to get any sort of control back, any vision. It's proving difficult.
I mean, they had the cool teamfight setup type stuff, but they're not snowballing in engagements, so their save spells just don't feel that good when they get picked off separately. They're supposed to win some like teamfight type stuff, but they've been behind for too long. Wraithking's Networth is still middle of the game. That hurts a huge amount.
They were spotted underneath the ward there, so they know they are smoked up on the side of DogChamp, and you can see that they're just headed out of this area. They have no interest in getting caught. In fact, you see a teleport coming down towards this bottom tower area.
He's got BKB. He's trying to break the smoke here. He's confident. Quinn almost does it himself. I mean, their scan missed, so they're not 1,000,000,000% sure, but they're quite sure with this many TPs.
Yeah, they've got the position over on the high ground. More TPs. Look at all the TPs coming down. They know. They absolutely do as they sit on high ground. Luki finding the opening. There's the Ice Path of Dust. Will manage to go get the blast off, but it's just not enough as they end up losing Bloody 9 immediately. Are next to fall. Ray Lalisa has popped that exorcism as Luki's just getting chipped away. The silence efforts upon them. Maybe they can get this kill. All right, they'll find that. But Milan, the follow-up, the silence. They've got so much damage. They rip apart Ray Lalisa, and they're looking to murder themselves a king, and they just call GG.
Not often you see a GG called all the way over here rather than the base, but they knew they were super far behind, especially when Quincy crew is like stacked up that many heroes in that area. They just outmaneuver them basically. Well, they saw them smoke, they scanned, they didn't quite catch them, but all their team TP'd down, they positioned well. They took another